Obviously, visually, like I said, it looks phenomenal. Initially, like I wasn't hyped because I'm like, okay, it looks like just a prettier version of Battle of Gods. I'm like, you know what? I'm not really that hype. And I said, the first chance I see that they are basically going to drag it out with like a bunch of episodes, like I think like 16 episodes or something. I'm out. I don't got time, especially when Battle of Gods is already out there. And I would always tell people too, like if they're starting Dragon Ball Super, I say skip the first 15 or 30 episodes or whatever of Dragon Ball Super, skip it all. Watch the movies, watch Battle of Gods, watch Fakatsu no F, aka Resurrection F. Watch those 2 movies, and you've seen everything you need to see. And then there you go, and watch and get right to the Xenoverse 6 arc and stuff. Because I'm like, watching this is kind of a waste of time. It didn't really add too many things I think that was that important. So yeah, but thankfully, apparently this is going to be like 8 episodes. So I'm like, okay, I can make it. And it's like, they're really cutting down all the fluff. And yeah, I mean, the Battle of Gods arc had some good moments in there. It definitely, it had some good moments where it was had some slice of life moments, so I think that was fantastic. And there's actually, I think someone made a super cut version is what it's called, where they took the best moments of Battle of Gods the movie and the best moments of Dragon Ball Super the anime, and they kind of cut in some of the best moments. Like I said, I actually thought Vegeta's rage out moment, my Bulma, I actually thought that moment was better in the anime than it was in the movie, because the fight was longer and stuff. They made Vegeta look like he really lost his mind, with the whole the way he was yelling and everything. So I actually think that was really a nice add-on, and it looks like they're keeping it. So I'm very interested to see where they're gonna go with it. And that's not to say some of the slice of life stuff, like I said, it was pretty good. Like, I don't need to see Goten and Trunks with being chased by a giant snake. You can keep that. But I thought, like, especially in the dub with Sean Schimmel, another one of his great performances, when he pretends like he gets knocked out by Mr. Satan, and he's all like, oh, I forgot my tractor. Like, I thought that was hilarious, man. So some of that stuff I wouldn't mind them keeping and everything. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. So it does sound like it's going to be longer runtime wise than Battle of Gods. But I think my biggest thing with this is I hope this ends up being the definitive way to watch it. Like, when people are wanting to check out Dragon Ball Super and they haven't done it, I hope that I can be like, you know what? Just watch Dragon Ball Super Beerus. That is the definitive way to watch it and everything. I hope that I can say that. I hope this is the definitive way to watch it, because this is honestly the 4th time I believe this story is being told. We've had it in the movie Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods, which was in 2013. Then in 2015, they came out with the Dragon Ball Super anime version. And they also had a version that was released, I think, in the manga. I think it was basically released as a quick promotional tie-in to the original movie that was made by Toyotaro, and I think that was like an even a shorter version, more compact version than what they might be doing here in the upcoming anime enhanced remake version. So there's that. And now we're going to have Dragon Ball Super Beerus. So that's the 4th one in 2026. So you got 4 ways to watch this. Maybe I'll make a video where I rank them all and everything. So, and then when I do that Dragon Ball manga, if I can do the live streams for reading the manga, I guess I can react to the Battle of Gods manga version. So yeah, but the idea here from what's been explained, this is not a remake, a straight remake and everything. It is going to be a more enhanced version to make it more closer to Toriyama's original vision, and so that's what they're going to do. And they're going to add new and expanded scenes. They're going to be pulled straight from his outlines, because for those that are not aware, the way Dragon Ball Super was constructed, it wasn't Akira Toriyama sat down, wrote the stuff script for script, and then handed it into Toei Animation and Toyotaro to do the rest from there. No, he actually just made little random manual scripts. And I don't even think Battle of Gods was Toriyama's idea. He just got involved, and then that's kind of where he got more into it. Just like Dragon Ball Daima wasn't Toriyama's idea. He got more involved than he ever did. Like, he was actually looking at the episode pilots. He was getting involved in the chapter with the writing and everything. So yeah, and that's kind of what happened here with Battle of Gods. So they're going to take his manual scripts or little mini outlines that he did and basically make it into the movie. So how much of the manga and the anime are going to coincide with one another, it'll be very interesting to see. But yeah, this is supposed to be the definitive way there's going to be truer to Toriyama's design. And as mentioned, that Battle of Gods anime did have a lot of issues, like episode 5 with the visual structure of things. So this one, like I said, it looks phenomenal, and knowing it's only 8 episodes, I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I definitely think overall I am looking forward to see how this goes. I mean, 8 episodes is gonna be bad, but yeah, ain't no way I was gonna probably subject myself to sitting through 20 something episodes of filler stuff when I'm like, okay, I can watch Battle of Gods movie and be done with it. So yeah. Speaking of which, I forgot to mention here for Dragon Ball Super Beerus, something that I would love to see, and I think they might as well do it since it is part of Toriyama's work. They probably want to stay close to the vision. I wouldn't mind seeing Goku go Super Saiyan 4, the version in Daima, and see it get bodied by Beerus, just to link all that together. And I wouldn't mind an explanation of Vegeta in there saying that maybe him trying to go SS3, and maybe he goes SS3 in the battle with Beerus. Maybe they add that, new scenes. That would be cool to see. Or he says he doesn't want to go Super Saiyan 3. I don't want to go that Super Saiyan 3 because it uses too much energy. It uses way too much energy. I'll just use Super Saiyan 2. Like, you know, just some explanations, but I think it'd be cool. I think, why not? You might as well. Yeah, obviously Battle of Gods didn't exist when Toriyama originally worked on it. And, Dragon Ball Daima didn't exist when he originally worked on Battle of Gods. But now that you're making this in a post-Daima world, and clearly they're still showing Dragon Ball Daima as part of Dragon Ball, it's still celebrated as Dragon Ball lore, you might as well. It doesn't take much to tie it in. All you got to do is have Goku go SS4 and get easily defeated by Beerus. Have Vegeta go SS3, still easily get defeated by Beerus as well, and there you go. And if they want to in the enhanced version, they could bring up SS4 and SS3 more, or they don't do it again because they didn't see much of a reason to. So yeah, I don't think it would hurt anything. It's not gonna harm the story. It just helps tie in Daima much better to Battle of Gods. And if you're enhancing and remaking it anyways, why not? It's, like I said, there's a lot of story where you want to, do you honor the original creator's intent? Do you not honor and go in a different direction? Well, this is a situation where the creator made both, so you might as well slap them together and just make it a lot more easier for the fans to have to understand. I know continuity might not be a big issue there in Japan like it is with, American audiences or English, or the, over here in the English-speaking audiences, but I think it'd be cool to see, and it wouldn't harm anything, because at the end of the day, Goku and Vegeta getting bodied at SS4 and SS3 doesn't harm the story moving forward. They end up relying on the god forms anyway because they're more powerful. So simple as that. I don't see an issue with that at all. Dragon Ball Super is officially being remade, or enhanced as they call it. So they're probably going to run through. And the rumor going around is that the Battle of Gods arc, aka Dragon Ball Super Beerus, that's done. They got all that done. They're just putting the finishing touches on like all the promotions and stuff. And that's ready to go and launch in September. And that we're going to get Fakatsu no F. And I'm not sure if it's one of those things, because if it's only going to be like 8 episodes long for Battle of Gods, then Fakatsu no F arc, which is probably going to be basically Dragon Ball Super Frieza, I think that's how they're going to do it. If they're doing that, if that's exactly how they're going to sort of structure everything, then they might go through all of Dragon Ball Super, and by the time we get to maybe the end of 2027, that's when we get to the Beerus, that's when we get to the Moral arc, Galactic Patrol. And it makes me think like, oh, they're probably going to run through some of these things quick. So I thought it'd be a good idea. And I want to hear you guys in the chat live. I want to hear you guys in the comments. I want to know what things you would like to see. as far as things go. So yeah, I really got too much complaints about Battle of Gods, because like I said, I thought the way that movie was constructed was phenomenal. I loved the movie when it came in. It just felt so different than all the other Dragon Ball stuff that we've had, and so I'm looking forward. But Resurrection F, oh boy, if there's anything in Dragon Ball Super that needs a remake more than anything else, it's definitely this arc. Both from a visual standpoint in terms of the anime, and I dare say a narrative standpoint.